Here's an interesting departure from my normal kinds of videos. This video is going to be about some MiniDV tapes. These specifically. Now, at first glance, do you notice anything special about them? They look just like standard MiniDV tapes, don't they? Well, there is one very special feature about them. Do you see this CM logo with 4K next to it? And if you look on the back, you can see these gold contacts, as opposed to a standard MiniDV tape which does not have those. These tapes actually have a feature known as cassette memory, which means it has a little chip inside the tape here, and you can actually record titles to that chip. You can pull up a menu like a DVD has, a scenes index from that chip of what's on the tape. And I have a ton of these. I have all these cassette memory tapes. Here's some. These are 30-minute ones with 4 kilobytes. Here's another one. These are all cassette memory tapes. And I even have a pack of 5 new ones, 4 of the 30s and 1 of the 60s. These are very rare and very hard to come by these days. But I was lucky enough to get a whole bunch given to me. So you can see it says IC memory, and then it says CM4K, which means it has 4 kilobytes of cassette memory. With an inbuilt IC memory, Sony's new digital video cassette is the future of image recording. Well, it would have been, but these weren't too successful because of their very expensive price. Norman Camera is actually local to us here, so that's what that's from. But $20 for a 30-minute, and see if this has a price on it. $24 for a 60-minute with IC memory. So not cheap tapes. I mean, what's that? $105 basically for this box here. Would you really spend that much money on cassette tapes? I don't think so. But anyways, I'm going to put one of these in a camcorder and show you exactly what it does. So here we have a handy cam that can accept cassette memory cassettes. Actually, these can be used in any camcorder, but to access the cassette memory, you need a specific camera. Here's one. This supports up to 16 kilobytes, which are what the DV cam format tapes had. You can see it says 16K there, and it also says it on this side here. It says cassette memory 16K. This is a Sony DCR TRV-25. I just recently picked this up for about $20. It's in very nice condition, of course, because that's how I like to buy these. I don't like to buy these beat up and everything. So you can see it looks like new, but I'll have a video of this eventually. So if we put this into playback, see, put display on. You can see it doesn't say anything special. Now, if we flip this over and pull this cassette tape out, oh, there isn't one inside right now. But if we put one of these cassette memory cassette tapes inside here, we put it in and shut the door. The contacts for the cassette memory are right up here. That's actually why this is raised slightly. So you can see the metal is continuous, and there's that bump there. That's on every Sony mechanism, but only some Sony mechanisms support this feature. Depends what camera. Like this DCR PC55 does not support cassette memory. Whereas this equally small, or almost equally small, DCR PC5 does. You can see it says cassette memory there. So this does support it, yet this one does not. So it all depends on what model you have. whether it'll support cassette memory or not. But anyways, let's bring this up here, shall we? And you'll notice there's a slight difference. See that CM logo there? Now, if we put the menu on here, you can actually see there's a cassette memory menu. Now, this is always available, but it's not always available to change, because if you don't have a cassette memory tape in here, it'll say, no, you can't do that. But, so this will actually let me place a title on the tape. So let's just call it, I don't know, let's call it hello. So if we do execute, it'll save it, maybe. Did it save it? I don't think so. Of course, it's not going to cooperate when I'm trying to make a video of this. Where's execute? Execute is in that wheel. So why is it not cooperating? Maybe I didn't erase the cassette memory. So you do have to oh, you know why? Oh, okay. That's the title of scene, and this is the title of the tape. So let's title this test, shall we? Oops. You can see it's not the easiest to write titles in this. Right now, let's set this, and you'll see when we hit set, saved it. So now, you can see we put the menu off, and then we eject this tape. Now watch the screen when I put the tape in. Notice it comes up with that test. It's because it recognized the title that was stored on that chip. So that's basically what cassette memory is for. You can also do like cassette memory search, which is on title display. You can erase the chip, so it's erasing the chip now, and then it's complete. But it's a neat feature, and these are rare cassettes to come by these days. So if I put this in camera mode here, you can see it also shows up with cassette memory, because obviously it's the same tape. So if I put this on cassette memory, you see it gives me less options, but like I can actually put a title on here now, and if I start recording now, you can see it's actually saving the title, and then it'll go off. Now if I play this back, put the display on here. This was what was on this tape, and then when I started recording, you can see that. Saving the title. Then it turns off. So it actually, you can put titles on your videos so that they aren't superimposed on your videos. You can actually pull them up or put them off to your desire. But it's an interesting feature. But you can see why it didn't really take off, because it is not that versatile when it comes to features. I mean, it only does a certain amount of things. Look at all the stickers in this. Never used. These were very lightly used tapes. These only have like one pass on them, and those are all brand new, obviously. But it's a cool feature, a neat feature for a cassette tape, to have that little chip in there. But anyways, that's about all cassette memory really is about. I mean, it doesn't do a ton of things. It's just kind of an added bonus, you know. Now you tell me, over like the $7 or $8 you would have paid back when these were new for a standard MiniDV tape, would you have paid $20 to get that little chip? I don't know. You tell me. I don't think so, just because it's a quite limited system. But you know, you never know. So, anyways, I'm gonna pull a few more of my MiniDV models out and show you which ones have cassette memory and which ones do not, because some actually don't. But anyways, I'll go grab a few more camcorders and we can go through them and see which ones do and which ones don't. Okay, so here's a DCR TRV 950 network handycam with 3 CCDs. This one does have cassette memory. This is actually a pretty nice camera here. Got a big LCD on it. Got all those buttons in there. And full manual controls too, which is very nice. Oh, there's tape in here. I didn't know that. I'm going to have to pull that out and see what's on it. So this model does have cassette memory. Here's my DCR TRV 33. A very nice little MiniDV camcorder. I'd highly recommend you get one of these if you're in the market for a MiniDV camcorder. These are very nice, very compact. It's just tiny. I mean, you look at it compared to a MiniDV tape, it's minuscule. And has a lot of great features, including cassette memory. This does support cassette memory. So the DCR TRV 33 does support cassette memory. This will probably look a lot like the last, but it's actually not. This is the DCR TRV 22, which is one model under the TRV 33, and even it supports cassette memory. This one does not have the megapixel image sensor that this does, so this is a much better camcorder here than this one, obviously. This is a Sony DCR PC7. This is only the second model of MiniDV Handycam ever made, and it does not support cassette memory, as would be expected for this thing's age. I'll probably have a review and test video on this sometime. It makes really good pictures, and it's got a 1/3 inch CCD image sensor in it. So this one does not support cassette memory. It's just too old. Here's the PC7's brother, the DSR PD1. This is the DV cam version of the PC7. Same age. Also does not support cassette memory, as you would imagine. But yet here we have the DCR VX1000, Sony's first ever MiniDV camcorder, and guess what? It does in fact support cassette memory. As you can see, this was Sony's first MiniDV camcorder ever made. Pretty big model. So this does support cassette memory. Up here in its box in my closet, I do have a DCR PC9, which also supports cassette memory. As you can see, it says it right in the box. And that is about the extent of my Sony MiniDV camcorder collection. Way more than I know what to do with. But anyways, as you can see, some models do support cassette memory, such as these three. Some models do not, such as these three. So it all depends on what camcorder you actually get. But if you can find these tapes, they're actually pretty hard to find. Well, you could play around with the system a little bit and see how you like it. So anyways, thanks for watching, and of course have a good one.